Hello, I'm Michael Pocock. I'm part of the Terrestrial Surveillance Development and Analysis Partnership. I'm going to talk to you about the co-development of the Targeting Revisits maps. Now, the background to this project is that we don't simply need more records. We need more informative records in order to be able to tell how biodiversity is doing and also why biodiversity is changing. Typically, we get these data from sources such as structured sampling schemes in which volunteers are involved, and also opportunistic sampling, the sorts of recording where anyone can get involved at any time. And we can change and adapt these sorts of methods in various different ways. For example, thinking about semi-structured and effort recording, such as the reports that we did last year, but also adaptive targeted recording. How can we nudge recorders to record in the places where and at the times where the records are most valuable? So we did this through the Targeting Revisits maps. This is an interactive tool that was really impactful. So recorders could go onto the tool, they could look at the pink squares, the places where there'd only been records from 1 year in the past for that taxonomic group. And they could go and make records in those places and so turn the pink squares green. And people got immediate feedback via an API from iRecord, so they could see these changes in real time. And we surveyed the volunteers involved in this, and what we found is that most people would be influenced to visit those pink squares and blank squares. Not all the time, they wouldn't utterly change their recording behaviour, but some of the time they would be motivated to go and record in those places. And because they could see that the records were being used and were useful, it gave many people reassurance and encouraged them to submit more records. But we did focus groups with scheme organisers, and what we found is that some challenges remain. They were particularly interested in recency and species coverage, so gaining more records from places that hadn't been visited for a long time and also had been where there had been many species recorded in the past. We think that these sorts of learnings have wide implications for the Teapot partnership. Adaptive or targeted sampling is a really powerful tool. It aligns with recorder motivations and allows them, supports them to be nudged to record in the places where we need records most. It can be used with a wide range of different targets, simple ones like we used, or really complex ones, as long as the way of interacting with the recorders is effective and powerful. And this can be summarized with this behavioral model that behavior changes is influenced by people's motivation. We showed that that's high. Their ability. So tools to support recorders, such as the targeting revisits, are really important, but also having that prompt or trigger. And we'll be exploring about, can this sort of approach be built into existing recording tools to better support recorders? So our motivation is to continually making the targeting revisits maps, making it better, but keeping it simple. So we've added new targets for rediscoveries. These are highlighted squares where there have been records of more than 3 species in the past, but they haven't been visited for more than 10 years. So particularly encouraging recorders to go to those squares. We've also produced a nice new summary plot for anyone's selected location so they can see the pattern of recording. And in the year to come, we're going to be developing this for more species groups. We're going to be doing more promotion and linking to some of the work in the TSDA partnership around personalised feedback. We'll continue to receive feedback and to reflect on that and to continue developing the tool, keeping it simple, but making it better and more empowering for recorders. Thank you.